I'm Dr. Keith Ryan, a chiropractor in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wanted to talk to you about workers' comp injuries. Workers' comp injuries are essentially, as you know, injuries that happen at work. And what all of the states have done and the federal government is they didn't want you, if you were hurt at work, to be able to sue your company for damages. So they established by legislation rules that allowed, if you were hurt at work, you go through a particular system that's called workers' comp. That handles your workers' comp injuries. So they have their own courts, and they have, you know, their own series of insurance companies that cover it. And if you're hurt at work, you know, the first thing obviously that you want to do is report it to your employer, because your employer has to fill out forms that say, you know, hey, he was hurt, here's what happened, here's what he told me, or here's what we saw, and here's what other people saw, and that goes from there. Then after that, you go to a doctor, and a lot of times, if you ask your employer, you can choose your doctors. Sometimes you don't know where to go, so they'll send you to big workers' comp clinics and on that sort of thing. But you're probably better off if you're hurt in something that's musculoskeletal. I always think you're better off going to a chiropractor, because they handle that really well without drugs or medication. I mean, obviously, if your arm's broken in 10 pieces, they're going to want to send you to the hospital, and different places, you know, if you've had a heart attack, they're going to want to send you to the ER. So it depends on, obviously, the type of injury. But I'm really discussing more of the type of injuries you're going to see that are musculoskeletal type of injuries. You know, bad sprains, you've lifted something, your back's screaming at you, you know, your shoulder hurts, you know, your elbows hurt from that type of thing. You have repetitive type of injuries like carpal tunnel syndrome. All type of things that chiropractors would take care of. You know, basically joint type of injuries, some soft tissue type of injuries, that sort of thing. And we're super well equipped to handle those type of things. So, you know, if you know where you're going, you know, you ask your boss, hey, I know somebody, I'd like to go see them. They say it's okay, and you travel over and you get a diagnosis. There's a whole bunch of forms that you fill out as a doctor, so you want somebody that you're going to go to that documents everything really well, because this is something that you might have to go to court later on in the workers' comp. So it's important to document your injuries. It's important to get any tests that you might need that document when the injury happened and what's going on right then and there, because they want to know if you have a disc herniation, for example, they want to know that it happened during the accident. So you want to be able to get those tests going on and solve those type of issues. And then you want to get the kind of treatment you have to get you back. You want to go back to work as soon as you can, even if it's partial duty. You know, one, because you know you want to show your employee that you're able to try to go to work. Two, you know, workers' comp just doesn't really pay that well. So if you're supporting your family, you really want to support your family on your paycheck rather than what workers' comp's going to pay, because if you're waiting for workers' comp to pay, you're probably going to starve to death along the way. But you know, sometimes you can't work, and that happens, but they will pay you some money, but it's probably not what you're used to getting paid. And then so you want to get better as quick as you can, and you know, through treatment, through doing exercises and that. And then if you're doing partial duty, you want to get back to more duty, and then back to full duty as possibly as you can, and then back to being released from medical care. You know, the ideal situation, you're going on through your life, being at work where you're happy and your employer's happy, and everybody's going down the road, and you're doing the job you know are trained to do, and everybody's happy. Hope this provides you some good information. Thank you very much.